Hey everyone. This video I'm going to review the anime Kotoura-San. It's not finished or anything, but I recently watched up to episode 7, which is all that's out, and I love it. So I really want to talk about it. So I'm going to be reviewing episodes 1 through 7. I'm going to give a huge synopsis of 1 through 7, and then I'll describe the series at the end. So here goes. Okay, I'm going to be reading, sadly, so that's what's gonna happen. Kotora is a girl who was born with telepathy. The power has caused her to be called by. Okay, this will be fun. Kotora is a girl who was born with telepathy. This power has caused her to be called a freak by her friends and her parents, who disowned her. Learning that she will only cause pain, she closes up emotionally. She meets a boy named Manabe, who keeps repulsing her with his perverted mind. After Kotora saves Manabe from a speeding truck almost hitting him, she admits her past to him. Manabe promises to never leave her side and becomes her first friend. That was episode 1. I love the fact that in the beginning you see Kotora's horrible, sad, traumatic past, and it's all gray-scaled. There's a huge tone over it, and it's very dark and gray and blue, and it's nice. But right when she meets Manabe and sees what he's thinking, the whole world just bursts into color, and then a very cute opening happens, and I think it's just perfect. Just then the rest of the episode, you already know her past, you have feelings for her, you're emotionally attached to her, and you're waiting to see what happens between Manabe and Kotora. Okay, episode 2. She gets invited to join the ESP research club by a girl named Mifune. Mifune shows Kotora some of her past. Mifune's mom was clairvoyant that nobody believed, which caused her suicide. Mifune wants Kotora to take part in a fortune-telling booth, but ended up getting bullied by a girl named Moritani, who is jealous of Kotora because of her relationship with Manabe. Manabe confronts Moritani about it and admits his feelings for Kotora, which Kotora overheard. Kotora and Manabe end up joining the ESP Research Club, which only has 2 other members, Mifune and a boy named Moroto, her new friends. Episode 2 was crazy. It's literally a roller coaster still. After episode 1, Mifune, the new girl we meet who's in charge of the ESP Research Club, she immediately is intrigued by Kotora, and asked her to join. And Manabe is just there for the ride, I guess. Since Kotora's the only one that actually has psychic powers, this should be an interesting time for everyone. And Moritani got introduced as well, the jealous dojo martial arts girl. We'll see what happens to her. Episode 3. Moritani tells some of her dojo friends to beat up Manabe out of anger, and ends up putting him in the hospital. Kotora overhears Moritani's pleas of forgiveness and gives her some redemption by smiling and telling her that it's okay. Kotora races to the hospital to find Manabe thinking that he was happy that Kotora wasn't with him when he got into the fight. Blaming herself, she runs away. Episode 3. That was crazy. I don't know. I think it's very admirable that Kotora forgave Moritani that quickly, because she just understands. Like, she knows that she has feelings for Manabe, and she knows that Moritani has feelings for Manabe, and it's just a whole lot of, it's almost love triangle-esque, but except Manabe doesn't have feelings for Moritani, at least not currently, if he ever had. Episode 4. A week goes by and her friends are worried and start to look for her. They end up meeting a monk named Osho who knew Kotora when she was little. Osho took the game to Kotora's grandfather, Zenzo, which Kotora's been staying at. Kotora hides when they come to get her, but Manabe admits his feelings for her by thinking, best part ever, which causes Kotora to reveal her hiding spot awkwardly. She is still resistant about going with them and runs again. Moritani appears outside and wants to apologize and thank her for giving her a chance to change. Accepting her thanks, Kotora decides to go back to school with a new friend. So Moritani is now in the game. It's cool. I'm okay with it. Ever since I saw the opening, at the end you see Moritani in the game picture of the ESP Research Club. So I knew that she'd be joining it. I just didn't know it'd be this soon. but that's okay. Episode 5, Moritani decides to join the ESP Research Club. That is all I wrote because that is the most important part of that episode. The rest of the episode was about a pretty much a comedy filler where Manabe gives what's her name? Mifune gives Kotora a picture of Moritani when she was little, and um every time that Kotora is sad, she's supposed to look at the picture to laugh. And it works. She laughs, and she can't see Moritani the same way anymore. So she's daydreaming about the picture in school when the class is trying to do a fitness school sports thing, and she gets chosen to do a rally. What's that called? A tally. I'm really good at this. I didn't find it. A relay. I can't read. A relay. She gets chosen to do a relay race, which she is obviously not very good at. So she goes around her friends and like, can we switch? Can we trade? And it was just useless. So she's stuck doing a relay race, and so they do some training, and then she gets the school to like cheer for her. She doesn't, but it happens. And I enjoyed that part, but it's really mostly filler, sadly. Doesn't really get more friends because of it or anything. Okay, episode 6. As they travel to Kotora's grandfather's house for their summer vacation, they head to a private beach where Kotora and her friends play with fireworks while her mother, Kumiko, watches from the distance. Let me just say that ever since I saw the ending song, I saw that Kumiko was in it, and of course she'd be in the show because she was the woman who disowned her daughter. Of course she's going to be appearing again, but I just knew that it would happen and it would be dramatic. And the moment I saw her with the monk Osho, I was like, oh. And then the new episode came out and all was good again, so. Okay, last episode that is out, episode 7. Kotora finds out her mom was watching. She starts to have worries and nightmares. As they head home, Manabe seems really distant, causing Kotora to be worried. Mifune and Kotora follow him and find out that he has a part-time job, leaving Kotora even more worried that he was hiding things. Mifune shares more about her past. She shows Kotora how she met Moroto, the other guy in the ESP research lab, and how he always had faith in her mother's psychic ability. After summer vacation ends, Manabe reveals that he was saving money in order to prepare for a surprise birthday party for Kotora. So that's all I've seen so far because that's all that is out until Friday. I really want more episodes. This episode you get to see more about Mifune's past, which is awesome. I like Mifune. I also like Moroto. Daichi Moroto, the little boy who's about the same age as her, I guess. But I just love his humor. Like especially with the fireworks, like he lights these little black snake fireworks, and he's like, the black snake one is mine, and he's like really like intrigued by it for some reason. I really enjoyed their past and the fact that he was the only one that pretty much believed that Mifune's mom was actually a psychic. So that was kind of cool how their bond started from there and obviously grew to their little hygiene relationship. But I love this show. I'd say it's a romantic comedy with a lot of dark elements. Their love stories about... I like love stories where people start out not having friends, they're a bit awkward and maybe even a little closed off emotionally. And I liked that they gain more trust in people, and I liked seeing that. It's very nice. It's a nice character development feeling, if that made sense. Like I feel like they're growing, and it's nice to see that. And this show has a lot of that, and I'm like smiling after each episode because she's making more and more friends, and she's trusting more people. She's learning pretty much how to love in general. It's very touching, and I definitely cannot wait to see what happens next. But yeah, so this was my review / rant, I guess, for the anime Kotoura-San. I hope everyone enjoyed it, and I hope everyone has a great day. Bye.